Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Good morning, everybody. Well, this video is going to be covering Sharon Osbourne and a little bit of Piers Morgan. Now, we all know what happened to them back when Piers was being accused of racism, don't we? For those who have not seen it, I did a video 5 months ago called Piers, Sharon, and More, which discussed what happened to Sharon Osbourne. I also, right after that, did a video called Cheryl Underwood Hypocrisy and Invictus Games, and I highly recommend you go back and watch that also. I mean, that one shows where Cheryl Underwood defended one of her friends who was caught on camera using racist words, and yeah, definitely go back and take a look at that. If you want to get the full amount out of this video, go back and watch those two, and then come back and finish. But because you'll really understand what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, let's just move on, shall we? Let's go. So the story came out that Sharon feels betrayed, which she absolutely was. And she's asking, where's my apology? Which she absolutely deserves. Right? So again, we already know she publicly defended Piers Morgan's comments about Meghan Markle on The Talk. And Cheryl Underwood got upset. But as upset as Cheryl Underwood got, she could not give one example of anything Piers Morgan had said or done that was racist. And Sharon Osbourne said that this entire thing was set up by the CBS executives who wanted to create controversy and get rid of her. Now, she's saying that because they left her on for 20 minutes on live TV, unprepared, unproduced, not knowing what's going on. She said they could have cut it any time and went to commercial break, but they didn't because they were trying to get her fired. And let's not forget that Cheryl Underwood was caught in a lie because she claimed she hadn't spoken to Sharon or had any communication. But come to find out, Sharon had been texting her, and Cheryl has cut her off at the knees and is not talking to her anymore. And Sharon said, yeah, I probably won't ever speak to her again. Personally, I don't think it's much of a loss. Sharon, don't worry about it. Move on. When this came out, it then came out that she had to hire 24-hour security because she and her family were getting death threats. Can you believe that? I mean, I can. These people are insane. And she had to undergo months of ketamine therapy to deal with the trauma of what happened to her. And she also informed us that she and her co-hosts had a clandestine meeting, as she put it, and they agreed not to, quote, hoodwink each other on national television. Now, Sharon made the claim that a show executive wanted to create controversy and told her co-host to ask her about racism, and she claims that everybody on that stage knew what was happening except for her. Now, for those who don't know it, a similar ambush occurred with co-host Carrie Ann Inaba. I hope I'm saying that right. And the hosts were answering fan questions, and she was tossed a racially charged question live that she had not been privy to. And she's like, did I just hear this correctly? And Carrie Ann started to cry. It was a very bad situation. And so just to make sure that never happened again, the women got together and decided that in a meeting at Carrie Ann's house that they would never do that to each other. So here's what Sharon had to say when she was asked about the whole thing.
Right now, it's not a safe place to be because the slightest thing, the slightest word, and you off half the nation. I don't want to put myself up for that grief. I really don't.
Now, we all know who started this cancel culture, don't we? This was all Meghan's doing. If you don't like her, you're a racist. If you don't agree with something she said, you're a racist. Anytime that you don't agree with her or Harry, she calls you a racist. But the problem is it's happened so much now that nobody's listening. So when there really are racist things happening, nobody's paying attention. She has set the Black Lives Movement back so far. I wonder if people even realize it, but she really has. She's damaged it. People should be outraged. Anyway, to get back to it, you know, Sharon was on that show for 11 years. I no longer watch that show. The problem that she, as she stated it, and I agree, is pure freedom of speech. It's that simple. It's anytime you say anything, like Sharon said, anytime you say anything that people don't agree with, you're called a racist, you're called names. It's just crazy. So Sharon has now announced that instead of being in front of the camera, she wants to be behind the camera. She's going to be doing producing. Sharon, I think that's fabulous. You go, girl. It's Finn update time. I wonder if other people's dogs do this also. So let me show you guys what Finn does. I'm not sure why. He pulls sticks and wood and stuff onto the porch, chews it up into little pieces. You see, this is all the stuff I've pushed off the porch, and unfortunately this is where I have found the dead birds and the dead squirrels and all the other dead things that he likes to bring me. So what do you guys think about Piers basically being cleared and Sharon, who defended Piers, basically being just left sitting there holding the bag? How great would it be if Piers and Sharon got together and did something? I would love to see that. But I really want to read your comments about Piers being cleared and Sharon being left holding the bag. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget you can email me. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget about that coffee fund. And as always, you guys, have a great day.